Hi, hope you're having an amazing day. As you saw from the title of this video, today we're going to be doing a palette bingo. If you guys have been here for any length of time, you guys know last year I was doing a lot of palette bingos on Sundays. It was pure palette bingos going on here. So I do have a whole playlist of my past palette bingos. They were not like talk throughs or anything. They were pretty much just me putting on the shades, showing you guys what shades I got, and just a kind of sped up version of that. So if you want to watch that, the playlist is going to be in the description box below. So as for the palette that we're going to use today, we're going to use the e.l.f. Retro Paradise palette. This is a palette that came out last year. I believe it was for summertime. It came out with a whole collection of body products and shimmery situations. Really nice. This one I believe is still available. I see it a lot at Target and stuff, so it's a really nice palette. I do have a couple thoughts of this palette. If you guys saw my 10-second review video, palette edition, you guys know what the dealio with this palette is. But we do use this palette on the eyes, so if you want to see these shades that we got and how this look came together, just keep on watching. And don't forget, if you like drugstore makeup, go ahead and stick around, subscribe, maybe hit the bell so you're notified whenever I upload, and if you could like the video if you like it. And as for the video, it's going to start right now. So as you can see, brows are on. I just went ahead and used some of my staple products, my Wonder Brow and my Sculpting Brow Pencil. Both of them have been a really huge fave for me these couple months, and they're just gorgeous on the brows. I love how they leave them, so that is what we use today. It is a beautiful sunny day today, perfect for a palette bingo, right? So today we're using the e.l.f. Retro Paradise palette. It retails for $14. You get 18 beautiful shades in here. Now if you guys caught my 10-second review video, palette edition, that actually went up last year around November or December, and I didn't have really great things to say about this palette. I find this palette rather powdery. These shades are not the most amazing. It's not my favorite palette. When I think of my favorite palettes, this is not one that I think of first. Nevertheless, the shade selection is really gorgeous. I know this was a collaboration with a bunch of YouTubers and stuff. I'm not sure who they are, honestly, but it's a really gorgeous palette. I believe this came out during summer last year. Really beautiful. It came out with a glitter shadow, a bunch of like glitter shadows. I have the one in Flirty Birdie and a bunch of other things. So that is how the palette looks. I really enjoy the see-through kind of packaging in the front. It is like plastic. It's not anything fancy or anything, but it's really nice. I really enjoy this color here. It's really beautiful. And these are all the shades. Really beautiful pops of colors. We get a lot of everyday tones in here as well. It's a really nice palette, really gorgeous color story. I love the fact that we get a black in here and we get a lot of beautiful tones. If you guys are new to my channel, if you didn't know, I used to do palette bingos every single Sunday on my channel last year. I ended up just not doing it anymore because it was getting a little repetitive, but it was a great way for me to use a lot of my palettes in my collection because I have way too many, girl. So yeah, so that's what we're doing today. Go back and use a palette that I don't really reach for, but I love the color story. So if you guys know how my palette bingos go, basically I go on the random number generator on Google, and there are 18 shades in here. So I just put choose 5 shades, 1 out of 18, and it did it for me. And I actually did it live with you guys, so that's going to be on the screen as we go along. So the shades that were chosen were 10, 5, 2, 4, and 18, and those are the shades that I swatched out. We got a lot of interesting shades. We get this like icy blue shimmer. We get 2 shimmers and 3 matte shades here. Really interesting color story. Not something that I would definitely like pick out for myself, but I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with it. I did choose out like my face products, just a bunch of like neutral kind of shades. I wasn't sure what the color story would be, but I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with this color story. It looks really nice, and we did get that black, so that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, really nice, and I really like the shade of the shimmers that we got. First shade that I'm gonna take is this brown here. The palette, it is called Sandy Bomb. I'm just gonna take that and start a transition shade. Gorgeous brownie tone, perfect for a transition. Extreme fallout in the palette. Go ahead and take the black, which is the shade Nightlife in the palette, and I'm just gonna start out here, outer corner. Going back with Sandy Bum, just gonna blend out that black shade. Just using my e.l.f. blending brush. It's really nice. Only like $3 or something, but it works really well. So far so good. They're looking really nice. So crease is cut and we took it there, okay? It's really cut today. I'm taking Paraíso, which is that shade that we got, just taking that in the front of the cut crease. Love taking shimmers with my finger. I feel like they just go on way more foiled and they just look so nice when I do that. Also doing little swiping motions. It's such a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. My other finger, I'm taking the other shimmer that we got, which is Sip Sip in the palette, and just gonna add that on the outer part of that cut crease. This shade is also gorgeous. Taking the Sandy Bum mixed with that black shade, just kind of patting it on the outer corner here. Alright, so that is most of the shades on the lid. I'm just missing the red shade, which I'm going to use for the lower lash line. But I'm going to go ahead and throw on some liner, some lashes, and I'll just be back and we can finish up the complexion products together. Okay, so most of my face is done. I just went ahead and used my AOA Studio Papa Prowear foundation situation and threw on some powders. I hit pan on my Wet n Wild contouring palette, setting under my under eyes. I used a couple cream products. If you ever want to know what I use on my face, if I don't mention it in the video, it's always down below in the description box below, like names, prices, all of that is down there. I already powdered my face, so I'm going to go ahead and contour. I did cream contour. I'm trying to use up my LA Colors contour stick, so that's been there, as well as my Glow Baby highlight from Amuse as well on the cheeks. I love contouring. It's so nice and it just shapes the face so beautifully. For blush and highlight, I'm going to use my Amuse little duo situation from Amuse. Really gorgeous, really neutral tones, because I wasn't sure like what kind of eye we were doing today, so that is what I'm using on the face. They're rather difficult to open, but the shade themselves are so beautiful. Such a gorgeous product. Take the blush. You guys know I love blush, so we're gonna pack this on. And I love to like over apply and then just tone it down with my powder brush. That's my thing, okay? I know some people are not blush people and you guys probably looking at me like, girl, stop, like you're adding way too much. But I just love blush so much. I love what it does for the face. It brings everything together and it's just so beautiful. So yeah, and then the shade is gorgeous. I'm just gonna tone it down a bit with my powder brush. So beautiful. Also gonna take that on the face. Product smells so good. My tummy is not happy with me right now. I haven't ate anything, so if you hear grumbling sounds, that's what's going on. This highlight is gorgeous. If you want to know specifically, this one is in the shade 3. They do come in various colors and stuff, so yeah, this is number 3. It's so beautiful on the Amuse site, so really nice product. Really gorgeous blush and highlight. I fixed the brows. I went ahead and tightlined with my LA Colors little liner situation. I haven't used this in a while. I've just been more obsessed with my Muse Duo Jumbo Liner, but this is really good as well. So now we're gonna take the red shade. We're gonna go in the lower lash line and I'm gonna put a little bit of the black on the outer part. That red shade is called Spiced in the palette. Just taking that and I'm gonna smoke it out with that black liner here. So that is what we have going on the eyes with all of the shades. They're really gorgeous. We're gonna talk about that at the end. I'm gonna finish up the lips. On the lips, I just lined them with my Ebony York Auto Lip Liner in Brunette. So beautiful. Okay, I went ahead and threw on my Beauty Creation Seal the Deal liquid lipstick, and this is in Last Touch. Really beautiful shade. If you guys watched my like best products of 2020 video, I talked about this product. It's really amazing, gorgeous formula, really inexpensive as well, so really nice. And this shade is everything. I'm so glad that I picked it up. So beautiful. And we are gonna throw on a gloss, but oh my god, this is so beautiful. I love it. So good. What gloss on, like it looks so beautiful on its own. I was gonna throw, oh gosh, I was gonna throw some of my Remy Rose lip gloss in Annabelle. So let's see, maybe we could throw in just a little bit. This is probably like my most used gloss in my collection, and it's only $1. It's just so good. So those are the lips. Lastly, we're gonna go ahead and use my Ebony York air powered setting spray. We're gonna set everything, and we're gonna talk about the palette. We're gonna talk about our experience with these shadows, and we're gonna end it. So this is the final look. I forgot to mention I am wearing my Base Blue Cosmetics lashes, and these are in Swift. Really nice. I'm like 88% positive that I'm wearing them on the correct eye. Who knows, maybe I'm not, I don't know, who cares. Anyway, yeah, so the look, it looks really nice. Bottom part is okay. I could have done without that red shade, honestly. I don't really care for it, but everything else looks really nice. And this is not a color story that I would have chosen for myself, as you guys know, but that's how palette bingos go. So if you guys hear little chirping sounds in the background, my door is open. It is rather hot today, so you know, if you hear the birds having conversations, that's what's going on. Anyway, the palette, it's really powdery. I stand by that because it really is. The color story is so beautiful, so nice. You know, my looks when I use this palette just take longer than I want them to, but at the end we still get a gorgeous look. And you know, it does take a while to blend out. It's not like the best palette for beginners, especially. I wouldn't really recommend this for you, but if you like that, if you like, you know, putting the work into your eyeshadow, you want it to look nice, you're gonna have to spend a little time blending everything out and just packing on certain shades. And you know, it's nice, we got a good look out of it, but this is not really a palette that I recommend you guys check out. It's just like it's an palette for me, honestly. I think this is great, not something that I would have done myself, but I think at the end we created a really nice look and we actually made it to the end. So I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed filming this for you today. Everything that we talked about, on the names of the prices, are going to be down below, as well as any videos that I mentioned throughout this video or videos that I uploaded last week. Don't forget I upload 3 times a week on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, so if you could stick around, that would be amazing. I have my Insta handle displayed on the screen. I post a lot of makeup finds from drugstore to high-end, so if that interests you, go ahead and follow me there. And it'd be so amazing if you could like and subscribe. Of course, you don't have to. You're your own person, you make your own decisions, but it wouldn't hurt to give this video a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.